Chosen one, listen with the ears of your spirit. Everything around you has slowed for this very instant. This is not coincidence. You are standing at the threshold of something vast, a divine unveiling that has been hidden behind ordinary days. Heaven has scheduled an encounter with you, and the clock is moving toward Friday. It will not be an ordinary day. It will be the day when everything invisible begins to take form. For months, even years, you have felt the tremor beneath your feet, the quiet unease, the unshakable awareness that something was coming. You have noticed the silence between seasons, the way time itself stretched and twisted. But that tension was never punishment, it was prophecy. God has been whispering through delays, speaking through stillness, teaching you to hear the faint thunder before the rain. You have not been forgotten. Heaven knows your name. You are the one who carried light through the storm, the one who stood when others retreated. Your pain was not wasted, it became oil. Your tears watered the ground of future victory. Every night you questioned whether you could continue. Heaven was watching, shaping you into something unbreakable. The voice of God thundered in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. That single line is your anchor tonight. You do not need to strive or prove. You have already been chosen. Even now, battles you cannot see are being won on your behalf. Heaven's armies are realigning circumstances, silencing opposition, and setting in place every detail your destiny requires. Chosen one, the unease that once surrounded you begins to make sense. The rejection that wounded you was never about your worth, it was about your calling. God was not keeping things from you. He was keeping you for something. That something begins to reveal itself on Friday. This is the moment between endings and beginnings, between silence and song. Everything that tried to break you only clarified your purpose. You were not made to blend in. You were crafted to rise. The winds that once pushed against you will soon carry you forward. Every closed door will be remembered as protection. The enemy thought isolation would destroy you, but it only amplified your hearing. You now discern heaven's movement in ways others overlook. That is why you've been set apart. You were not meant to fit in small spaces. Your calling demands open sky. Do not let fear whisper lies into this sacred hour. The shaking around you is not chaos, it is construction. Heaven is preparing you for responsibility equal to your anointing. The light you carry will confront darkness. The grace on you will awaken others. So as you hear these words, let courage rise. This message is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Heaven wanted you to know the waiting has an expiration date. Friday is when divine timing and human obedience collide. Lift your head, breathe deeply, and whisper, I will not miss what heaven is doing. If this truth echoes in your heart, respond with faith. Like this message, share it so another chosen one may awaken. And in the comments type, 7777 I am ready. Let that number be your declaration. And if you haven't subscribed, do it now. The next message carries instructions for what's coming. The unveiling is near. Heaven is about to prove that every hidden season had purpose. You will stand in the light of fulfillment and finally understand why the wait was so long. The story begins to unfold now. Watch how everything shifts before Friday. You have been waiting so long that time itself began to feel like an enemy. Every sunrise felt like repetition instead of renewal. You kept asking, when? Lord, and heaven kept answering in silence. But the silence was never absence. It was strategy. The delay was not denial. It was divine alignment. There is a holy weight to waiting. It presses against the impatience of the flesh until only faith remains. That's why you have felt stretched, pulled, and tested beyond reason. You were not being punished, you were being purified. Waiting strips away illusion and demands surrender. It teaches you that true strength is not in speed, but in stillness. You have walked through seasons where it looked like nothing was happening, but beneath the surface, roots were forming. God was deepening you so that when the winds came, you would not be moved. Others may have seemed to advance faster, but what they built quickly will crumble quickly. You, however, were being built to last. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 2, verse 12. If we endure, we will also reign with him. That single truth transforms the ache of waiting into the crown of endurance. Every moment you chose faith over frustration, you were training to reign. Every time you stood your ground when it would have been easier to quit, heaven recorded it as victory. The unseen realm has been observing your consistency, because only those proven in patience can be trusted with power. Chosen one, this season has been long because your assignment is large. God could not rush what he intends to last. That is why certain doors refuse to open, no matter how much you prayed. You were knocking on rooms that could not contain you. Heaven was reserving you for spaces that match your capacity. Do you remember the nights when everything inside you wanted to walk away? But something stronger whispered, "Hold on just a little longer." That was the Spirit keeping you tethered to promise. The weight you felt was not punishment. It was preparation. And yet, the longer you waited, the more invisible you began to feel. You watched others rise, receive, and rejoice while you remained in the background, but hidden seasons are heaven's workshops. The unseen years produce unseen strength. The same God who watched over Joseph in prison has been watching over you. Your prison was not a punishment, it was protection from premature exposure. This is the paradox of waiting. It feels like stillness, but it is movement in disguise. Heaven has been rearranging your path, aligning people, opportunities, and even opposition so that when the door finally opens, everything fits perfectly. The ache in your heart has been the pressure of prophecy nearing fulfillment. You are closer than you think. Do not confuse divine delay with divine disinterest. God has been more active in silence than in the seasons when he spoke loudly. Every unanswered question, every quiet night, every sigh that left your chest, they were heard. Now, something begins to shift within you. The heaviness of delay is turning into quiet expectancy. You may not see evidence yet, but you can feel movement in the spirit realm. The waiting season is not ending in despair, it's ending in revelation. You are about to understand why the path was so long and the doors so few. So breathe. Stop resenting the time it has taken. The pace was part of the plan. The same God who ordered the stars has ordered your steps. The weight you carry now is the final press before breakthrough. Soon, what felt like endless waiting will become the story that strengthens others. Hold your ground, chosen one. When the waiting has not wasted you, it has weaponized you. When Friday arrives, you will see that the delay was the disguise of destiny itself. There have been moments lately when everything feels strange, like time bends, like the world around you is whispering secrets only your spirit can hear. The numbers, the dreams, the sudden chills that rush over your skin, they are not random. Heaven has been sending signals through the silence. Every delay, every unexpected detour, every restless night has been a coded message preparing you for what's about to unfold. You are living in the space between revelation and manifestation. That tension you feel is divine. It's the vibration of prophecy drawing near. The Spirit has been speaking softly, but you've noticed it growing louder, haven't you? The coincidences are too precise, the inner knowing too strong. It's as if creation itself is echoing a single truth. You're on the verge of something monumental. The Apostle Paul wrote in the letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Everything that once made no sense is now revealing purpose. The things that seemed random were not accidents, they were coordinates. You have been divinely positioned, not misplaced. Heaven has been using even the smallest details to align your path. Every closed door was a direction. Every unexpected loss a redirection. The pain that humbled you was the very soil where your strength began to grow. Chosen one, you are learning that silence is not the absence of God's voice. It's the frequency of his design. When he hides, he is working. When he pauses, he is perfecting. The delays that felt unbearable were orchestrating encounters you don't yet see. Some of the people you've lost were never meant to witness this chapter. Because what's coming is sacred. There are signs all around you if you look closer, the timing of messages, the repeated dreams, the words that follow you even from strangers. Heaven uses patterns to speak to those who pay attention. You have felt something pulling at your spirit lately. Haven't you that inner stirring that says, prepare? It's not anxiety, it's alignment. This is how God speaks to his chosen. He does not always shout through thunder. Sometimes he whispers through repetition. That repeated phrase, that vision you can't shake, that name that keeps returning to your mind, these are not coincidences. They are divine fingerprints. The unseen realm has been communicating in plain sight. You have walked through too many almosts and not yets to dismiss what you're feeling now. The spirit inside you knows this moment is different. The air feels charged, time feels heavy, and your heart beats faster without reason. That's the pulse of heaven syncing with yours. You are standing on the edge of revelation. Now listen closely. Every sign has been pointing to the same destination: obedience. God doesn't reveal patterns just to impress you. He reveals them to prepare you. Friday is not simply another day, it's a convergence of everything you've been sensing. The things you have dreamed about are stepping out of the shadows. This is where you respond, not with fear, not with doubt, but with recognition. When heaven speaks, the chosen must answer. Type these words below, I see it. Write them not as a comment, but as an act of alignment. Those 3 words tell heaven that you recognize the signs. You're declaring that you see what others overlook, that you will not ignore divine patterns any longer. When you write it, you're confirming your awareness that the silence was never empty but full of encoded truth. The signs will continue until you understand what they mean. Watch for them. Friday approaches, and the language of heaven is becoming visible. Soon, you won't just see the signs, you'll step into what they've been pointing toward all along. You have felt it for a while now, the quiet distance between you and the world around you. Conversations that once felt warm now feel hollow. Rooms that used to excite you now drain you. You look around and realize that you no longer belong where you once fit so easily. It is not pride or change of taste. It is divine separation. God is removing you from what cannot go with you into what comes next. This is the holy pattern of every chosen vessel: separation before revelation. Before Moses met God on the mountain, he was pulled from Egypt. Before David was crowned, he was hidden in the fields. Before Jesus began his ministry, he was led into the wilderness. Every divine assignment demands distance from the noise that once defined you. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 1 on verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. You were set apart long before you ever felt different. What you call loneliness is often heaven's quarantine, a sacred isolation designed to strip away dependence on approval. You were never meant to blend in. Your spirit carries a frequency that not everyone can understand. That's why they misunderstood you, mislabeled you, even mocked the quiet strength you carried. They saw your silence as weakness, not realizing it was communion with heaven. There have been days when you've asked, "Why do I feel so disconnected?" The answer: because connection to the wrong things can dilute destiny. God is protecting your sensitivity. You are being drawn away so that you can hear clearly again. The voices around you are many, but the voice above them all has been whispering, "Come away with me." This separation is not a rejection, it's an invitation. You are being led away from distraction into definition. What once satisfied now feels empty because your spirit has outgrown it. The same patterns that once entertained you now grieve you. That is not a loss, it is transformation. Chosen one, this distance will not last forever. It is temporary sanctification, a holy isolation where heaven reintroduces you to yourself. You are learning that peace is not found in the crowd, but in alignment. Every conversation you no longer enjoy, every friendship that fades, every plan that collapses, it is all divine pruning. The gardener is clearing away what cannot bear fruit in your next season. You are being refined to carry glory. When the unveiling comes, you will need clarity, not clutter. That is why the pruning feels sharp. But it is kindness disguised as cutting. You are not being diminished, you are being distilled. What remains after separation is pure, strong, and unshakable. So let the parting happen without fear. Do not chase what God is releasing. The crowd may not understand, but heaven does. Your path is narrowing because your calling is expanding. You are stepping from familiarity into fire, and that fire will mark you for the next dimension. Soon, the same people who couldn't see your value in obscurity will recognize it in your unveiling. You won't need to prove a thing. Your fruit will speak. And when Friday arrives, every moment of isolation will make sense. What felt like loneliness will be revealed as preparation for visibility. When the light breaks on Friday, you will understand that the distance was never punishment, it was positioning. Heaven was never hiding you, it was presenting you for divine purpose fulfilled. The air around you is shifting. You can almost feel it, the unseen countdown in motion. Heaven has already begun to arrange things in perfect sequence. Friday is not a random point on the calendar. It is a divine appointment. A convergence of everything that has been stirring in the shadows. The countdown has begun, not in numbers, but in the quiet rhythm of your spirit beating in sync with eternity. You sense it, don't you? The nearness of something sacred. Even your dreams have changed. The things that once frightened you now feel small beneath the weight of what's coming. You are being summoned to awareness, to notice, to listen, to prepare. Heaven has not forgotten what it promised. The waiting room of your destiny is about to open its doors, according to what is revealed in the book of Psalms. Chapter 37, verse 7. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways. This is not the moment to envy others or compare your journey. You are not late. You are aligned. Every piece of your story has been carefully timed. The world measures progress by speed, but heaven measures it by surrender. You have surrendered enough to be trusted now. That's why the clock has started ticking toward your unveiling. Heaven's countdown doesn't sound like alarms, it sounds like peace. It's the kind of peace that wakes you in the morning with quiet confidence. It's the whisper that says, you are ready. Angels are already where you are going. Opportunities are being positioned before your feet ever touch the path. God's timing is not approaching, it has arrived. The universe itself seems to hold its breath. Every event, every conversation, every delay you once resented was part of this sacred alignment. The doors that refuse to open will now swing wide, not because you forced them, but because heaven has given the command. You are standing in divine rhythm, synchronized with eternity. This is the moment where your faith must breathe again. The countdown is not to your end, it's to your emergence. Soon, light will break through the spaces that once felt dark. Soon, the promises that seemed silent will begin to speak. You are entering a window of favor that cannot be explained by logic. The very atmosphere is bending toward your purpose. If this message stirs something deep within you, let your agreement rise not through obligation, but through recognition. You can feel the truth humming beneath these words like music you've always known. When something resonates with your soul, it deserves acknowledgement. So, let your response be beautiful and free. Tap like as if lighting a candle in agreement. Share this message as though releasing a dove into the sky. And if your spirit desires to stay near this voice of faith, gently subscribe not as a duty, but as planting a seed in the soil of your awakening. These simple acts are not for the algorithm. They are quiet declarations that your heart is open and your spirit attentive. They are your way of saying, I am here, listening, ready, for when Friday comes, you will see that heaven was counting down not to a moment of arrival, but to the unveiling of everything you were always meant to be. And when that light breaks, it will feel like sunrise after endless night, gentle, golden, undeniable. You will realize the countdown was never to Friday, but to your awakening. Before every unveiling comes a test, and you, chosen one, have been walking through it quietly. It hasn't been chaos for nothing. The pressure, the confusion, the sudden shifts, they are not punishment, they are refinement. The fire you feel is purifying, not destroying. Heaven is proving what is genuine inside you, burning away what cannot endure the glory that's coming. You've wondered why this season feels like stretching on every side. Why things that used to work suddenly break apart. It's because you've entered the testing of faith, the sacred place where God measures endurance and obedience. It's easy to trust when the light is clear. The real test begins when everything goes dark, and you must remember what you heard in the light. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 66, verse 10. For you, God, tested us. You refined us like silver. Like silver, you are being heated until every impurity rises to the surface. This isn't cruelty, it's creation. You are being shaped into a vessel that can hold what heaven is about to pour. Your prayers for strength were never ignored. They were answered through resistance. Every obstacle was a weight training your spirit to stand under greater glory. The test has been subtle, not a single moment, but a collection of small choices, forgiving when it's easier to resent, staying when it's easier to run, believing when nothing looks believable. You have been passing tests that no one sees, but heaven has seen them all. The reward for quiet obedience is coming, and it will speak louder than any explanation you could give. There is a reason you felt alone in this refining fire. No one else can take this test for you. This is personal, sacred, specific. The Holy One has placed his hand upon your life and said, this one will not break. Every tear has been recorded, every sigh heard, every act of faith noted in the archives of eternity. Do not despise the testing, for the weight of your warfare reveals the measure of your destiny. You are not being undone, you are being defined, and when the trial ends, you will not just survive it, you will shine through it. The fire will not take from you, it will testify for you. Now, pause and breathe. Feel the strength rising quietly inside you. The same God who allowed this storm will command it to cease at the appointed time. When the refining is complete, your spirit will gleam like gold, untouchable by fear, unmoved by doubt. If this word resonates deep in you, mark this moment. Comment 444 below. Not as superstition, but as a prophetic act, a number of transformation of divine order, of the solid foundation you're being rebuilt upon. Let it be your way of saying, I will not break under the test. I will rise refined. Heaven takes notice when faith speaks, even in whispers. The testing is not your ending, it's your crowning. Friday approaches, and with it comes the unveiling of everything you were being shaped to carry. The fire that once frightened you will become the proof that you were chosen all along. When you type 444, you are declaring divine structure over your chaos, 4 walls of stability, 4 corners of promise, 4 winds carrying your renewal. 444 is heaven's architecture, a reminder that what's being built in you will stand firm, balanced, and blessed. It marks completion through endurance, order born from divine fire. Something in the atmosphere has begun to thin. The unseen world no longer feels distant. It brushes against the edges of your reality. You sense it in quiet moments, in sudden stillness, in that subtle hum in the air when your spirit knows you're not alone. The veil between realms is no longer thick. It's becoming transparent. Heaven is closer than it has ever been. There is a reason for this awakening. The boundaries between what is visible and what is eternal are blurring because God is preparing to show you what you could not yet handle before. For years, you have walked by faith. Now, you will begin to see by it. You are being entrusted with perception, holy sight, the ability to discern movements that others ignore. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 9. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. This promise is not poetic exaggeration. It is your reality unfolding. You are standing in a thin place where heaven touches earth, where divine patterns are unveiled to those with eyes that refuse to close. You are learning that what the natural mind calls coincidence is often the language of the supernatural. When the veil begins to lift, perception deepens. You will start noticing how ordinary things pulse with divine rhythm, the way time slows just before something happens. The way light feels different when presence fills a room. These are not hallucinations or strange coincidences. They are spiritual realities filtering through a thinning wall. The more you honor the subtle, the clearer the signs become. This is why silence has been so heavy lately. Heaven does not shout when revelation is near, it whispers. You have been hearing those whispers in dreams, in passing thoughts, in moments of sudden clarity that vanish as quickly as they appear. Do not dismiss them. They are fragments of the message heaven is stitching together inside you. Chosen one. This thinning veil is a privilege and a test. What you perceive in this season must be guarded with humility. Not everything you see should be spoken. Not everything revealed should be shared. Some visions are seeds that need soil and silence before they can grow. The most sacred insights are often meant to stay between you and God until the appointed time. Do not fear the strange sensations that accompany this awakening, the chills, the sudden tears, the overwhelming peace that comes from nowhere. These are evidences of divine nearness. Your spirit is adjusting to a higher frequency of awareness. What used to feel supernatural will soon become natural because your eyes are learning to see through light instead of shadow. Soon, this perception will guide you into deeper obedience. You will not just hear where to go. You will know. You will sense danger before it forms, feel direction before it's spoken, and recognize truth before it's explained. The veil was never meant to stay closed forever. It was meant to protect you until you could see rightly. So let the veil thin. Let heaven's nearness no longer frighten but steady you. You are crossing into a dimension of awareness where presence becomes clarity and mystery becomes communion. What once seemed far above you is now resting gently upon your life. When light begins to rise in you, darkness grows restless. You've likely felt it, those sudden waves of discouragement, the sharp whispers of doubt, the unexpected friction with people or situations that once seemed peaceful. It is not random. It is resistance. Darkness senses movement before humans do. It recognizes your awakening and trembles at it. You have entered the phase where the opposition tries to disguise itself as logic. It whispers. You're imagining things. You're overreacting. You're not ready. But these are not the words of truth. They are the echoes of fear trying to lure you back into comfort. Remember, darkness never attacks what is stagnant. It attacks what is rising, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Your battle is not with people. The real fight happens in unseen corridors, where light and shadow clash for the territory of your mind. Every anxious thought, every sudden burst of frustration, every wave of weariness that seems to arrive without cause, these are not coincidences. They are attempts to lower your frequency, to make you forget the authority you carry. But here is what darkness always forgets. Pressure only reveals power. The more it tries to silence you, the louder your spirit becomes. You were never meant to live reactive. You were born to live radiant. The very light that agitates the darkness around you is proof that you are walking correctly. You may notice relationships shifting again, conversations feeling heavier, environments suddenly uncomfortable. That is not rejection. It's reflection. The light within you is exposing what cannot stay hidden. As you grow in awareness, deception loses its grip. And when truth enters the room, lies begin to scatter. Chosen one. Discernment is now your greatest weapon. You don't fight darkness with volume. You fight it with vision. See beyond what's being presented to what's being planned. When confusion rises, respond with stillness. When opposition increases, rest in the knowledge that heaven has already secured your outcome. The struggle may sound loud, but victory has already whispered your name. There will be moments when you'll feel the weight of it pressing heavily, like an invisible hand trying to mute your purpose. In those moments, remember that even silence is a strategy. Light doesn't argue with darkness. It simply shines until darkness disappears. You carry that kind of light. Every act of kindness, every word of truth, every choice of peace, it all tears at the veil of deception. This is why the resistance feels personal, because it is. Darkness attacks what threatens it most. But take comfort, the presence of opposition is confirmation of divine advancement. You are not under attack. You are under transformation. The shaking you feel is proof that your foundation is being reinforced, not removed. So when the shadows grow bolder, do not retreat. Stand still, breathe deeply, and remember who sent you. The enemy's noise is the sound of fear realizing it's losing control. You are not the one being chased. You are the one being revealed. The fire, the pressure, the resistance, all of it is the echo of victory already written. And when Friday comes, those same forces that tried to stop you will witness your rise and know that no darkness can dim what heaven has already set ablaze. The stillness has shifted again. What was once hidden is beginning to move in the open. You can feel it not as noise, but as revelation. There are things long buried in mystery now rising to the surface. What was sealed is being unsealed, and what was misunderstood is being rewritten by divine insight. Heaven is opening the hidden scrolls of your destiny, and you are being invited to read what was always meant for your eyes. You have carried questions for years. Why did this happen? Why did they leave? Why was I delayed? And now, one by one, the answers begin to whisper through the corridors of your memory. The very moments you thought were wasted have been chapters written by the unseen hand of God. Nothing was random. Even the pain had purpose. The Apostle Paul wrote in the letter to the Colossians, chapter 1, verse 26, "The mystery that has been kept hidden for ages and generations, but is now disclosed to the Lord's people." You are one of those people. You are witnessing disclosure revelation that comes not through intellect but through illumination. Heaven is taking you behind the curtain, showing you that every setback was a setup, every unanswered prayer a seed waiting for the right soil. You are beginning to see your life not as fragments, but as prophecy fulfilled in motion. Revelation rarely arrives with thunder. It comes softly, like dawn spreading across the horizon. At first, you notice only a faint light, then suddenly, the whole landscape becomes visible. That's what's happening in your spirit. You are being shown things that make the past make sense. Old wounds no longer ache. They begin to glow with understanding. You realize that what you lost was never loss at all. It was transformation in disguise. Chosen one, heaven is revealing its language to you. Dreams that once seemed random now connect like constellations. Verses you've read 100 times suddenly feel alive. This is how God speaks when He trusts someone with clarity. Revelation is responsibility. It requires maturity to hold truth without pride, to see deeper without judging quicker. You have been chosen for that kind of sight. It's no coincidence that you are seeing the patterns now. The timing of revelation is always divine. Had you seen it earlier, you might have tried to change what was meant to shape you. God waited until your heart was steady enough to handle His answers. And now, He is opening scrolls over your life, revealing assignments, strategies, and confirmations you did not even know you needed. This moment deserves your awareness. Do not rush past it. Sit quietly and let truth settle like morning light on still water. Revelation has a sound. It hums softly in the soul when peace and understanding meet. Listen for it. Let it speak without interruption. When that sense of recognition floods your chest, seal it with acknowledgement. Type "I understand." Those two words are more than comment, they are covenant. You are declaring that you receive the revelation, that your spirit agrees with what heaven is unveiling. It's your yes to divine insight, your signature at the bottom of the scroll being opened before you. Friday will not bring confusion but clarity. The hidden things are becoming visible, and soon the world will see what heaven has been writing all along through your life. When you write "I understand," you are declaring that revelation has reached its home. It means wisdom has entered, light has settled, and your soul now walks in divine alignment with truth. Friday's morning light is approaching, and with it, the shift that heaven has been whispering about. You can almost sense the dawn before it breaks the quiet hush, before revelation meets reality. It is not simply the start of a day. It is the beginning of a new rhythm. Something deep within you recognizes it. Your soul, once weary, begins to stretch toward the light like a flower that somehow knows where the sun will rise. You have walked through midnight seasons where the stars felt far and your prayers echoed back in silence. But the horizon has begun to glow. This is the moment when heaven breathes across the ashes and they flicker into flame again. You are standing on the edge of divine clarity. The fog is lifting, and what once seemed meaningless is now illuminated with purpose. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Chosen one, you are that light. You were never meant to hide in shadows." The world has needed the glow you carry, the gentle radiance that burns quietly but endures every storm. This is the dawn when that light becomes undeniable. The transformation you've been feeling isn't just spiritual, it's atmospheric. Like the first rays of morning piercing a long night, your awakening is warming the spaces around you. Where others see coincidence, heaven sees confirmation. The path ahead is being traced in golden light, step by step, not revealed all at once, but enough for you to move forward without fear. You will notice subtle changes, peace returning where anxiety once lived, laughter finding its way back into your days, vision returning to what felt blurred. That's how the light works, softly, steadily, faithfully. It doesn't demand attention, it simply reveals truth. And you, illuminated by grace, begin to see yourself clearly again, not as broken, but as becoming. This is your morning after the longest night. You don't have to rush it. Let the light soak in. Let it heal you quietly. Some wounds will close not by effort, but by exposure to peace. If these words feel like sunrise to your soul, let your response be just as gentle. Tap like not as agreement, but as awakening, like opening your eyes to morning light. Share this message as one would share warmth on a cold day, extending hope into another heart. And if this voice continues to steady you, softly subscribe, not out of habit, but as an act of staying near the fire that reminds you who you are. You are not joining a movement, you are returning to your rhythm. Every gesture you make in this moment, even the smallest one, is a way of saying, "I choose light over shadow." And as Friday's morning unfolds, you'll find that heaven's light doesn't just fall on you, it rises through you. You become the glow that guides others home, the reflection of divine patience and power. So stand still for a moment longer. Watch how dawn spills gently across the horizon. That glow is your promise. That warmth is your confirmation. The unveiling isn't coming to you, it's coming from you. When you share light, it multiplies. One spark becomes 1,000. One voice becomes a chorus. The dawn you carry was never meant to stay silent within you. Let every act of kindness, every whispered prayer, every quiet yes to faith become sunlight breaking through someone else's storm. You are proof that darkness never has the final word. Every unveiling draws out revelation, and with revelation comes exposure. What once hid comfortably in the shadows can no longer stay unseen under the new light. This is the moment of unmasking, where truth steps forward and pretense begins to dissolve. Do not fear it. It is mercy disguised as clarity. When God begins to move in your life, He not only reveals your destiny, He also reveals deception. Not to shame, but to free. The lies that once wrapped themselves around your confidence will now fall away. You are entering a season where discernment will sharpen, and what is false will no longer feel familiar. The ancient words recorded in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17, echo with power. For there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. Light does not come to humiliate, it comes to heal. The exposure of deception is God's way of cleaning the lens of your vision. Many of the disappointments you faced were rooted not in failure but in false perception. You were seeing through fog, through filters created by fear, memory, and manipulation. But now the fog is burning away. You will begin to see people as they truly are, not as they present themselves to be. The masks of charm, flattery, and convenience will crumble in the presence of truth. This is not a season for suspicion. It's a season for seeing. There is a vast difference between paranoia and perception. One breeds fear, the other breeds wisdom. When discernment grows, loneliness often follows. The more clearly you see, the fewer voices you can follow. But do not mourn this narrowing. It is protection. God is isolating your sight so that your obedience can be pure. You cannot move forward carrying illusions. Truth, though sometimes painful, will always lead to freedom. Chosen one, you have prayed for clarity. Now clarity has come, and it will not flatter you, it will refine you. It will show you what to release, who to forgive, and which paths no longer serve your growth. This is divine surgery, gentle, precise, necessary. Let it cut where it must. Let it reveal what you need to see. You will also begin to discern the subtle lies within yourself, the narratives you've carried for too long. I'm not ready. I'm not enough. I missed my moment. These inner deceptions are dissolving under the same light. Truth is not only exposing the world around you, it is cleansing the world within you. The Spirit will teach you to see without bitterness, to recognize deception without losing compassion. The goal is not revenge, it's release. Every truth uncovered frees space for glory to dwell. Every mask removed becomes another place where light can enter. And when the unmasking feels heavy, remember it's not meant to break you, but to bless you. What remains after truth has burned away, the false is pure, solid, unshakable. The unveiled you is the truest reflection of divine intention. This is the day when truth no longer hides behind silence. It stands radiant, fearless, and kind. What was meant to confuse you will now clarify you. What once deceived you will now serve you as wisdom. The light you feared has come not to expose your shame, but to reveal your strength. Stand tall under its glow. You are no longer deceived, you are delivered. There comes a moment after every revelation when confirmation arrives not as coincidence, but as holy alignment. You begin to notice it in small, sacred ways, a phrase you've just thought appearing in conversation, a song playing the exact words your spirit whispered in prayer, or a peace that fills you right after you surrender. These are not random, they are divine affirmations that heaven is nodding in your direction. What you are feeling now is the fire of confirmation. It's not always visible, but you can sense its warmth. It burns softly inside you, reassuring your heart that you are not lost, you are led. You are walking through promises that are beginning to materialize, one quiet confirmation at a time. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 31. For the Lord your God is a merciful God. He will not abandon or destroy you or forget the covenant with your ancestors. God does not forget. Every covenant He made with you in the secret place is being remembered right now. The fire you feel is not wrath, it's remembrance. Heaven is reigniting promises you thought were gone cold. This is divine recall, the stirring of everything God once spoke over your life returning in full color. The signs are all around you. The timing, the doors opening without explanation. The people entering your path with purpose, all of it is confirmation. You prayed, and now the response is showing up not as words, but as alignment. Heaven's yes often sounds like peace and looks like timing. Chosen one, this fire doesn't come to destroy, it comes to define. The heat you feel is shaping you, strengthening you, burning away hesitation. The same flame that once frightened you now feels familiar because it carries the voice of the one who called you. You are learning to trust the warmth, to walk boldly through uncertainty, knowing that wherever the flame rests, favor follows. Every miracle begins this way, with a flicker that grows into a blaze. The confirmation you are sensing is the spark before the explosion of fulfillment. You will soon see what your faith has been building toward. Friday is not far, and with it will come a visible sign that heaven has been working behind every unanswered prayer. Now take this moment to seal your agreement. Comment 555 below. Do it as a prophetic act, not superstition. The number 555 symbolizes divine transition, grace multiplied, change guided by mercy, and movement under heavenly order. When you write it, you're not just typing digits. You're declaring, I trust the shift. I welcome the fire that confirms my purpose. Heaven responds to obedience, even in symbols. Let this small act echo what your heart already believes, that you are being refined, not ruined, confirmed, not confused. The same fire that fell on the altar in Scripture now burns within your spirit, testifying that you are chosen and remembered. And when Friday arrives, that confirmation will no longer be just felt, it will be seen. The flame of proof will rest upon you, marking you as one who stood in the fire and came out shining. When you write 5, you're saying yes to transformation. 5 for grace, 5 for movement, 5 for divine order shaping chaos into creation. It's heaven's rhythm mirrored in your surrender. 555 is the language of becoming. It means the winds of change blow not to scatter you, but to carry you forward, proof that grace governs every turning of your story. Across the world, something is stirring souls, awakening one by one, as if an invisible trumpet has sounded beneath the surface of time. What began as a whisper in your own heart is echoing in the hearts of others. The remnant is rising, the ones who refused to bow to fear, who chose conviction over convenience, are finding each other. You are not alone. Heaven never plants a single seed. It always prepares a field. This gathering is not organized by hands, but by spirit. No meeting place, no structure, no label, just alignment. Those who have carried quiet obedience in the shadows are being drawn together by divine magnetism. It is happening through words, through prayer, through unexplainable connection. You recognize them when you meet them. Their presence feels familiar, like remembering a song you used to know. The Apostle Paul wrote in his first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 12, "Just as a body, though one, has many parts, but all its many parts form one body, so it is with Christ. You are one of those parts, a living piece of a vast design that stretches beyond nations and generations." This is what heaven has been preparing all along, the convergence of the chosen, each carrying light in a different form, yet burning with the same flame. In this gathering, comparison dies. There is no competition between candles when they all burn from the same fire. Each one carries a specific frequency, a note in heaven's symphony. You were not called to mimic another's melody, but to play your own so purely that the sound of truth resonates through you. The remnant does not seek recognition, they seek resonance. They are drawn to truth the way rivers are drawn to the sea. When they speak, you feel peace. When they pray, you feel strength. Their presence does not demand attention, it releases it. And when they gather, even in silence, the atmosphere shifts. Chosen one. This is why you have felt a pull toward deeper authenticity. It is not isolation anymore, it is identification. You are being connected to your kindred, to others who understand the weight of calling and the beauty of surrender. You will know them not by appearance, but by atmosphere. This remnant carries a different language. Their words build rather than break. Their hearts intercede instead of accuse. Their hands heal instead of harm. They do not follow trends, they follow truth. And wherever they appear, darkness trembles not because they shout louder, but because their purity burns hotter. You are part of that company, whether you realize it or not. Your endurance qualified you. Your obedience positioned you. Every silent victory you fought in secret was preparing you to stand among those whose lives are living altars. Soon, this gathering will no longer be hidden. It will not be organized on platforms or announced in headlines. It will manifest through impact. Light will find light. Spirit will recognize spirit. Across cities and continents, hearts will synchronize under one divine purpose to reflect the kingdom. The remnant's rise is not the end of something old, it's the beginning of something ancient being reborn. You have been waiting for your people, and they have been waiting for you. The convergence has begun. When the remnant stands together, heaven leans closer. Every heart becomes a flame, and together they form a wildfire of light no darkness can contain. This gathering is sacred memory, returning a reunion of souls who once promised to carry light through the ages. Now the promise awakens, and the world begins to glow. When the remnant begins to move in unity, creation itself responds. What once seemed immovable begins to tremble. Old systems built on greed, fear, and pride start to shake, not because of noise, but because of purity. The shaking of nations has begun, and though the world may call it chaos, heaven calls it correction. This is what happens when truth takes root. The ground that held deception starts to crack. Institutions long sustained by falsehood lose their grip. What you are witnessing across the earth, the unrest, the rearranging, the revealing is not destruction, it is divine restructuring. God is reclaiming territory, not through war or politics, but through awakening hearts. The prophet Haggai spoke of this moment. Chapter 2, verse 7, I will shake all nations, and what is desired by all nations will come, and I will fill this house with glory, says the Lord Almighty. That glory is not descending from the sky, it is rising from within His people. The shaking does not come to break them, but to release what has been buried inside them. Every tremor in the world mirrors a tremor in the spirit, and those who are tuned to heaven's frequency can feel it. You can feel it. You've seen it in the atmosphere shifts in culture, in leadership, in hearts. Systems that seemed untouchable are unraveling, while unseen voices are being raised by grace. It is not coincidence that you were born for this time. The light within you was designed for dark days like these. This shaking reveals where foundations truly stand. Everything built on pride will fall. Everything built on truth will endure. You are not meant to fear the trembling, you are meant to understand it. When the earth shakes, seeds buried deep are forced to the surface. The shaking exposes potential. Chosen one, you are one of those seeds. Every rumble in the spirit world is calling forth the gift within you. The pressure you've been feeling is the sound of destiny demanding release. The world does not need more noise. It needs more light, uncompromising, undefiled, unstoppable. The shaking also awakens compassion. It reminds you that power without love is empty, and authority without humility is brittle. This is not just the rise of the righteous. It is the restoration of balance. Those who carry heaven's nature will bring healing where the world brings division. You will see it in unexpected places, truth erupting from broken systems, beauty rising from ashes, unity being born in places once marked by hostility. The kingdom is not entering the world through conquest, it's blooming through hearts surrendered to love. The shaking makes room for growth, for there will be voices of fear declaring that the end is near, but you will know better. This is not the end, it is the beginning of renewal. The tree must be shaken before ripe fruit can fall. The world is not falling apart. It is falling into place. Hold your peace in the midst of turbulence. Let the noise pass through you without taking root. The same God who controls the tremors also anchors your feet. When the nations tremble, you will stand. Not by power, not by might, but by the Spirit that steadies you. And when the shaking settles, what remains will shine brighter than before. Truth will stand tall, love will reign, and those who carried light through the chaos will find themselves at the center of divine restoration. This is the shaking that births new creation, and you steady awake, unshaken, are part of its design. Every trial, every sleepless night, every unseen prayer has led you here to the moment of coronation. You may not feel ready, but heaven knows you are. The season of proving has passed. The season of crowning has begun. You are being lifted, not as a symbol of perfection, but as a witness of perseverance. The invisible weight you carried in silence is now becoming a visible mantle of glory. The prophet Isaiah spoke of this sacred exchange in chapter 62, verse 3. You will be a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your God. You have worn ashes, and now you will wear radiance. Every scar, every broken piece, every silent endurance is being woven into the fabric of your victory. This is not a crown made of gold and jewels. It is made of endurance, humility, and unyielding faith. It sits not on your head alone, but upon your life. There is a certain stillness that comes before a coronation. The world doesn't see it, but heaven holds its breath. Angels watch as you take your place not by ambition, but by obedience. You were not chosen because you were flawless. You were chosen because you remained faithful when everything urged you to fall. This crowning is quiet, like oil being poured in secret. It happens in the heart before it happens in public. Soon, your atmosphere will shift. The same places where you were dismissed will recognize the radiance that now surrounds you. You will no longer have to explain your value. Your fruit will speak for you. Chosen one, let this truth rest in your soul. Royalty is not about status, it's about stewardship. You have been entrusted with light, with love, with truth. The crown is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of your assignment. What you carry now is not meant for display, but for service. If these words stir something within you, if you can feel the oil settling upon you like morning dew, let your response be gentle, not rushed. Tap like as one would open their hands to receive rain. Share this message as if releasing a dove into the wind, carrying peace towards someone else's storm. And if you wish to stay close to this unfolding stream of grace, softly subscribe, not as habit, but as heart choosing to remain where light continues to pour. And before you leave this sacred space, leave a trace of your gratitude. Write a simple comment below, perhaps just "Thank you, Lord." Let it rise like incense, a quiet acknowledgement that your heart bows before the one who crowned you. These small acts are not performance, they are reflection. Every click, every share, every word you write, these are your way of saying, I receive the crown with humility. I choose to walk worthy of it. And if your heart feels full, whisper a truth beneath your breath, I am crowned, but I am still a servant. Let that be your vow as you step into your new authority. Friday draws near, and with it comes the full unveiling of what this coronation means. The world will see strength but not know the cost. Heaven will see scars and call them beautiful. This is your coronation day, not one of noise, but of knowing. You stand crowned, not above others, but before God, radiant with purpose, anointed for impact. When the crown settles, it will not weigh you down, it will lift your vision. You'll realize you were never chasing glory. Glory was always chasing you. When the dust begins to settle after divine shaking, a new stillness arrives, not empty, but full of understanding. You can feel it already, can't you? The quiet hum beneath everything, the peace that makes sense of what once confused you. It's not relief, it's revelation. You are standing in the afterglow of everything God has done. The chaos has ended, and in its place stands clarity. The questions that haunted you no longer sting because the answers are no longer external, they're written inside your spirit. You now understand that every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer was choreography, each movement leading you toward alignment. Heaven was never late, it was precise. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, and wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. And now it has come, not suddenly, but steadily, like dawn creeping across the horizon. You stand within the light of fulfillment, and the pieces fit perfectly. The ache in your chest has turned into understanding. The burden that once felt heavy now feels holy, because you finally see why it had to happen this way. This is the sacred calm that follows divine storms. Everything that could be shaken has been shaken, and what remains is pure. You are no longer desperate for validation or explanation. The need to prove yourself has dissolved in the presence of purpose. You now know that heaven never wastes a single tear. Every sorrow was an investment in your awakening. Chosen one, look at your life from this place of peace. What you thought was loss was actually pruning. What you called failure was redirection. The disappointments that bruised your heart were making room for strength to grow. The pain you once begged God to remove has become the very evidence that He was near. You now walk differently, not hurried, but grounded. You speak with a tone of quiet authority that doesn't need to convince. That's what revelation does, it replaces noise with knowing. You've learned that power doesn't always shout, sometimes it simply stands. Still and sure, in this afterglow, forgiveness becomes easier. You can finally release those who wounded you because you understand their role in your refinement. Every betrayal was a door. Every rejection was a redirection. Gratitude has replaced bitterness. You are no longer chained to what was, you are anchored in what is. This understanding doesn't erase the past, it redeems it. You can look back without grief now, seeing divine fingerprints where you once saw only failure. You realize that even the waiting had purpose. The long nights carved depth into you, teaching you to see through shadow and recognize light. Peace is not the absence of motion, it is the presence of meaning. The same fire that once burned you has become your warmth. You now move in rhythm with heaven, no longer reacting but responding. Everything around you feels different because you are different. The afterglow is not the end, it's the beginning of clarity. You are being prepared to walk with wisdom, to move with grace, to carry what others dropped because they couldn't endure the waiting. You are light refined, steady and sure, built by storms and sculpted by silence. When Friday comes, you won't just witness revelation, you will embody it. The world will see the peace of one who understands that the story was never broken, only being written by divine timing. There is a sacred echo that follows revelation, a resonance that continues long after the moment has passed. You can hear it now, deep within you, that gentle hum of eternity. It is the sound of completion. The unveiling is done, yet its ripples continue to move through time. What began as a whisper in your soul has become a vibration in the universe. You are not who you were when this began. You are the echo of everything heaven has revealed. This is the eternal echo, the place where destiny and peace coexist. You no longer chase what is ahead or grieve what is behind. You walk inside divine rhythm, aware that your steps are part of something larger than your lifetime. Every choice, every word, every act of faith has become a note in a heavenly song that will outlast the fading noise of the world. According to what is written in the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 5, he who was seated on the throne said, "Behold, I am making all things new." And he has made you new, not changed superficially, but renewed from within. The pain has not disappeared, it has transformed into wisdom. The weight you once carried is now strength. The tears that once fell in silence have watered the ground of your purpose. Nothing was wasted. Every scar has become scripture written on your soul. Chosen one, you now live as a torchbearer carrying forward the fire that once tested you. This is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of your echo in others. The light that once saved you will now shine through you. You are no longer waiting for permission to move. Heaven has already said yes. The echo of this revelation will touch places you will never see. Every word spoken in truth will travel beyond your reach. Someone miles away, years from now, will feel a spark in their spirit because you said yes to your calling. That is how eternal ripples work. They keep moving, long after you've moved on. Do not underestimate your quiet influence. You may think you are small, but eternity measures differently. Heaven counts faith, not followers. What you did in secret, your prayers, your kindness, your forgiveness will continue to sound in the unseen world like bells that never stop ringing. This is legacy, to live in such a way that the sound of your obedience outlives the sound of your name. Every act of love, every moment of surrender has woven you into the story of redemption itself. You are part of something vast, something holy, something that will never fade. The echo of your life will not be noise. It will be light. Generations will walk beneath its warmth without even knowing your name. Yet their paths will glow because you carried the flame faithfully. That is the beauty of divine purpose. It rarely ends where it began. So walk on, torchbearer of truth. The path before you is lit by the very light you once searched for. The world you step into now is not new, it's newly seen through eyes that finally recognize the holy woven through the ordinary. The unveiling on Friday was never about a single moment. It was about awakening eternity within you. And now, that eternity will continue speaking through everything you touch, everywhere you walk, in every breath you take. The echo will not end. It will hum quietly through time, reminding creation that God still moves through the hearts of His chosen ones. You are one of them, marked, radiant, eternal. And now, as the final words settle into your spirit, take a breath. Let the sound of this journey linger in the quiet places of your heart. You have walked through fire and silence, through shaking and revelation, and you have come out carrying light. This is not an ending, it is a continuation. Heaven's voice does not stop here. It keeps whispering through the rhythm of your days. You are not leaving this moment empty-handed. You carry peace, wisdom, and purpose. The words you've heard were not simply spoken to you, they were written into you. You are the living message now, the echo of everything heaven intended to awaken. If these words have found a home in you, let your response be gentle, sincere, and beautiful. Tap like not out of routine, but as acknowledgement, as if pressing your palm into wet earth to leave your print, saying, "I was here. I heard." Share this message the way dawn shares light, quietly, without force, simply because the world needs warmth. And if your heart desires to stay connected to this voice of truth, softly subscribe, like returning to a well that never runs dry. And before you go, leave a comment below, something simple, something true. Maybe just "I am ready" or "Thank you, Lord." Words become seeds when they are spoken in faith, and what you plant here may grow into courage for someone else tomorrow. This space is more than a page, it's a meeting ground for the chosen. Every act of engagement is another spark in a growing constellation of light. You are part of that constellation now. Keep shining. Keep walking. Keep listening. For what began as words will become your life, and through you, the message continues.